Hey, do you guys want to buy a kingfish? You want to live in a crazy house even though you're not crazy? Are you in the market for two-headed monsters? If you just like listening to Mohr Stories every week, then you can help me out. Go to my website, jmohr.com, and click on the Amazon link on my website. If you're going to be shopping at Amazon anyway, why not help support Mohr Stories at the same time by going to jmohr.com, jaymohr.com, bleep, and then click on the Amazon link to their homepage, and then you can shop for whatever you want. Instead of me pushing a product on you, you can just simply go to Amazon.com through jmohr.com and get any product you want. I mean, I do a lot of favors for you, don't I? I ask you for one thing here, Henry. Go to Amazon.com through jmohr.com. Look, this is Harvey Keitel. Go to jmohr.com. Click the link. Who's going to be okay at Amazon.com through jmohr.com? Say the damn words. Do me a favor. Help us out. Help keep this podcast rolling. You know how much money I got to pay Matt Cohen every week? Go to Amazon.com through jmohr.com, and I will personally mail each of you $15 million. Part of this was made up.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game tape.
Donuts.
I want to work with you a lot.
Oh yeah!
This will be our third K-Rock heavy show in a row. But they deserve it. They're so cool and great. Ralph Garman is the guest. Ralph, of course, does Celebrity News. He walks the Showbiz Beat.
I do, sir.
Showbiz Beat, and does many impressions that I am completely jealous of.
Oh, stop it.
It's true. Some of our impressions, we do the same, and I go, you know what? It's no Garman.
No, that's not true. You're like a professional. I'm an impressionist out of necessity only. I had no intentions of ever doing voices, and I just have to because I keep getting jobs that demand it.
What do you think? You think I want to tell the walk and tell story every night? It's necessity. I have to, Ralph.
You started it. You started doing voices as part of your act, as part of what you do, and that was your choice. I didn't have a choice. There was no one else who could do anything, so I eked out a few miserable voices, and somehow I got a paycheck out of it.
What was the first voice you did? And then I'll ask you to guess the first voice I did.
First voice, like just fucking around with your friends.
The first voice that you got a check for.
First voice that I got a check for.
Even if it was like a day at work and you happened to work that voice in, where on the drive home you realized, oh, I'm onto something. I could do voices.
Yeah, it was TV's Batman, Adam West. That was the first one I did that I actually ever
was like a hero of yours, too.
Yeah, that's why I could do it, because I grew up as a kid hanging on his every word watching Batman.
How does Adam West feel about Coke Zero?
Well, I'll tell you, Jay. Coke Zero. It's so dark. It's not like the Coke I used to drink, bright and exciting. No, that Christian Bale Coke. I suppose some people like it, but it's just not for me.
You must have been thrilled when Adam West... Well, that was great. You must have been thrilled when Adam West was on... What was he on as himself? What cartoon was he on as himself?
Johnny Bravo was the first time he kind of did it.
But a big one. Was it The Simpsons or was it Family Guy?
Simpsons, he did it. And
Simpsons,
then
Mayor Adam West.
Mayor Adam West is Family Guy.
Family Guy, yeah.
Simpsons, he was at a custom car and van show signing autographs, whatever, and Bart goes up to him and says, that's not Batman, because he knows Michael Keaton at the time as Batman. And that's where West came up with the line, I didn't need a rubber suit of muscles when I played Batman. 100% pure West.
Who's your favorite movie, Batman?
I think Keaton. I still think Keaton.
Does it astound you? Well, I already know it's rhetorical, really. How astounding is it that a guy like Michael Keaton goes, you know, I did it. I'm done with it. I'm cool.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
What is it about these guys they don't see like 10 years down the line? Like you and me would be buried in the fucking bat-suit.
Fuck yeah.
There's no way we'd go, well, then let Val Kilmer do it. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't want to wear the fucking suit for 3 months and make $8 million. Back then, $8 million was like, whoa, who does he think? Who who he is. Now it's like 25 million.
I remember when Marlon Brando got $1 million for Superman, and everybody's like, "Holy fuck, $1 million to be in a movie?
That's right.
Insane."
That's Superman's dad that kicks him off the planet.
That's right. Yeah. Well,
Some dad.
It's blowing up. Yeah, he's like saving his life. If that's what you mean.
Let me tell you something. My kids will die in the rubble in my arms. I will squeeze them close to my chest. Your daughter's not dying in your arms?
No, I'm going to put her in the prototype rocket, and I'm going to send her off the planet so she can live under a yellow sun where she'll be super powered.
But how did they know she was going to land under the yellow sun on the blue one? How did they know? Was that pre? You way more into the comic book stuff than me.
Yes.
Were they absolutely certain that she was going to land on the oxygen planet?
Yes, Jor-El knew exactly where he was sending that rocket.
Tom Brady's wife.
No, that's Giselle.
Oh.
Jor-El was Superman's dad on Krypton.
Jor-El?
Jor-El, yeah.
No wonder he wanted $1 million. He's supposed to go to a black guy. Superman's dad was
Jor-El.
Carl Jor-El, the coach of UCLA football.
Yo, Jor-El, Krypton's like blowing up.
Yeah, I got you well pregnant, and I got super babies. That's the movie they haven't made, is Super Baby.
They haven't, no.
They got Supergirl.
Superboy, they did a TV series, Superboy, but you never get to see him as a baby.
Super Troopers.
That's right. The famous ABBA superheroes.
They haven't done Super Baby.
No.
With super dumps in his super diapers.
Just blasting turds across the room coming out of his super little asshole.
Jor-El. I never knew his name was Jor-El.
Laura and Jor-El were Superman's parents.
Do you think that Brando really held up production like he did on Apocalypse Now? Like he wouldn't come out and rehearse?
Yeah. Well, they had him in like this tinfoil suit and everything.
That was the height of technology.
It was $1 million for his dignity. That's why they paid him that much. That was the going rate for dignity in those days. A white wig and a tinfoil suit.
All right, I'll do it. But I need $1 million to get into the tinfoil. Superman's dad's name, I can't do Brando, is named Jor-El. I was wondering, what about Shaquille?
You know that Superman's name is Kal-El?
Superman's name is
His
Kal-El?
Kryptonian name is Kal-El, yes.
What is he, fucking Spock? What's all this fucking side rules with Superman?
And
you
Nick
guys
Cage named his...
Nerds! Time out! I just realized I'm Ted McGinley. Nerds! Ogre, it's cool. Stand down, Ogre. Go ahead.
Nick Cage named his kid Kal-El after Superman.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, why didn't Nick Cage get a turn in the Batman suit?
He did. He took a turn. When Burton was going to do it, when Burton was going to redo Superman, they actually had, there's photos of Nick Cage in the Superman suit.
And then what? Burton fell out, so Cage fell out?
Yeah, everything
And then
went
who
to
replaced Nick Cage's
Then
Batman?
they didn't do it. They never rebooted.
Superman.
Superman, yeah.
How come Nick Cage never got a turn as Batman? He would have been perfect.
Yeah, he would have loved it.
Do you do Nick Cage?
I don't really. I do it like a pseudo Nick Cage. But.
Yeah, mine's like I'm like in NASCAR. I'm trading paint with the actual impression, that's the best I can do.
Yeah, my sounds more like Thurston Howell the Third.
It's a little deaf.
Yeah,
your guys is a little deaf.
I'm more of a treasure protector.
Treasure protector.
Yeah.
Matt Cohen makes $500,000. I can't do it. We sound like fucking idiots.
So what was the first voice you did? We said mine was Adam West. What was the first one you did?
Arsenio Hall.
Really? I never would have guessed that in a million years.
Hence the story. I used to close with a rapping cow when I was like 17, 18, like, because I saw on the menu it said beef medallions. I said, what is this, a rapping cow? My name is... I do a beatbox, but I could beatbox really good because I wanted to be a professional breakdancer.
Sure. Who didn't?
So, Kid Crazy was my tag.
Was it?
That I didn't put anywhere. I didn't put it on one overpass anywhere because I was afraid of getting caught. And it's good. And Daniel Lanois has tuberculosis over here. Am I having a stroke? I can't talk today. So then... I did the beatbox, and I would go, my name is Bessie. I'm white with black spots. I sleep standing up, not in a cot. I wear a bell. You can all go to hell, surrounded by manure. So, of course, I smell, G. Some people think of cows. Mine is in the gutter. Wait for it. All you humans can suck my udders. Udders. And the place would go fucking bananas.
Right.
So that really was my $1 million wrapped in aluminum foil moment.
Right.
Knowing that I was rapping as a cow. But then I started closing with Arsenio Hall. And I remember the first time I did it was at Catch a Rising Star. And it was the first time I got an audience quiet. And I realized the power of the pauses when everyone was like a bar and they're all talking and it's late and I'm the last guy. And it was just like Arsenio Hall interviewing, who's the Raider that died of like steroid hemorrhaging old Alonzo Bowden. Lyle Alzado. Alonzo Bowden. Alonzo Mourning. Yes. I think it was me. I can't do Adam West. It was Adam West. And I'd be like, him, Arsenio Hall interviewing like De Niro was always like, yeah, this is crazy. I heard you was like in a movie or something. And it wasn't even that good of a impression. It was just someone finally, like, let me tell you how I was really a
They were waiting and you came along.
I was a trailblazer, Ralph. Somebody put a light on the shenanigans that was a, quote, interview. Like, I heard you did a movie or something and something crazy happened. Yeah, what's that about?
Thank God you ripped back that curtain.
And then I would do De Niro, which was just the face. And then when he had Lyle Alzado on, I said, here's the most feared guy in the NFL who used to like maul people, and now he's dying. And I used to make myself cry on stage because I knew that if people were fine, I could audition here. You know what I mean? If there's anyone in show business there, they'll bring me in because they saw he can obviously act. I watched him cry in front of drunks at Catch a Rising Star, and I knew that day I was never going to take another steroid again. And then I just had Arsenio Hall, like after a long crying Lyle Alzado jag, Arsenio Hall just went, yeah, where you from? That was it. That was the whole impression.
Walken wasn't your first?
No, Walken came at Saturday Night Live after True Romance really inspired your son and his bitch hawk girlfriend. By the way, have you heard Pollock's Talking Walken?
Mm-mm.
I haven't listened to the whole thing because a minute in I realized Kevin Pollock's Christopher Walken is the actual single greatest impression I've ever heard in my life. I always had that Walken mantle, that trophy on my mantle, like, who does it better? I'd be like, well, his was very rhythmic.
Right.
And I did the whisper. Now, Kevin Pollock's Talkin' Walkin', his Christopher Walken impression is, there's no separation between the guy and the impression.
Yeah.
It's horrifying.
It's infuriating. I see guys who do the spot-on voices, and it just makes me fucking miserable.
What's a voice you wish you could do? Because mine's Alan Alda.
Oh, that's a great one.
David Gee does it, the guy that MCs at the Improv on Melrose all the time. Oh, Bill Hader, yeah. Oh, yeah. Was it Paul Soder told us?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Bill Hader on SNL does Alan Alda. Do you wish you could do Alan Alda?
Yeah, of course.
How about we're both pining for an impression that nobody would give a shit about?
No one wants to see.
We all got to break out a fucking Enrique Iglesias impression to get any Ontario Improv tickets sold.
I was doing Pacino for some animated thing, for some kids show, and the guy came in and did, who's the guy with Alvin and the Chipmunks who also did My Name is Earl, with the Smith's friend. Yeah, Jason Lee. Did a brutal Jason Lee. And those are voices where I can't even hang my hat on anything there. I don't know where you come up with something that you can wrap your mouth around.
So a voiceover artist came in to do a Jason Lee impression.
Yeah, we were doing...
What kind of fucking cartoon works Pacino in?
It's called Mad.
It's the Booba. Oh, Mad TV?
Yeah, well, Mad TV was the live show. This is an animated version.
My son loves it. The 9-year-old, not the 1-year-old. The 1-year-old, yo, put on my program!
And so they did a bit about the chipmunks being shipwrecked on an island, and Al Pacino's living on the island, and it's miserable for them because Pacino's there and he wants to join the group. But this guy was doing Dave from the movie, which was Jason Lee. And I just sat there and I was just in awe how somebody could just nail something that in a million years you could say, go take 20 years and work on your Jason Lee and come back and show me what you got, and I'd have nothing.
But you said the important part to me, which is, what do you hang your hat? There has to be a hook in the wall. Like with Walken, it's 2 syllables for a 1-syllable word. Like, I gotta know.
Yeah.
That no, it's like that's your railing that you lean on as a Walken. And the Pacino, it's the gruff, and you kind of hunch over.
Oh, it's the eyes. Oh, Jay, look at this. Beautiful home you got here. And your wife. Ooh. Oh. I gotta find one thing to start with, and then I can build out from there. But if I don't have anything to hang my hat on, I'm lost.
It's funny you said eyes, because right when I started thinking about, like, what is the thing I do with Pacino, I realized I was sitting here as you were talking, and I made my eyes go up. Oh. And then I went, I guess he's right. I never knew it.
And also, you have to keep your jaw loose.
See, I never knew that. Wow, you're going to make my impression better. I never knew it either.
Oh.
Everything goes up until it goes down.
Oh, yeah. Oh, when he looks around. Come on! Oh.
I love watching him act. He is a guy that is the most present, like how they say, like, guys, like in the moment guys, but without like a bullshit acting teacher, like string moments together, go like he's one of those guys like in the middle of a scene, if there's a string on his coat as he's talking to you, he starts playing with the string and he'll just go, I got a string on my coat. But then they'll edit it out. But like he's right, like he's that much right there. Buddy Hackett told me Brando did a play on Broadway with Tallulah Bankhead, and the opening scene was them on a park bench, and she speaks for like 2 pages. And then he just says something like exposition like jmohr.com, and I will personally mail each of you $15 million. Part of this was made up.
Put your name on it. Just put your name on it. That's all I say. Be a man or a woman. Put your name on it.
Well, I'd like to hear about it, potheads.
How the fuck you gonna know how to be great if you don't study greatness? Look at the game tape.
Donuts.
I want to work with you a lot.
Oh yeah!
Hey, do you guys want to buy a kingfish? You want to live in a crazy house even though you're not crazy? Are you in the market for two-headed monsters? If you just like listening to Mohr Stories every week, then you can help me out. Go to my website, jmohr.com, and click on the Amazon link on my website. If you're going to be shopping at Amazon anyway, why not help support Mohr Stories at the same time by going to through jmohr.com. Look, this is Harvey Keitel. Go to jmohr.com. Click the link. Who's going to be okay at amazon.com through jmohr.com? Say the damn words. Do me a favor. Help us out. Help keep this podcast rolling. You know how much money I got to pay Matt Cohen every week? Go to amazon.com through jmohr.com. jaymohr.com. Bleep. And then click on the Amazon link to their homepage, and then you can shop for whatever you want. Instead of me pushing a product on you, you can just simply go to amazon.com through jmohr.com and get any product you want.
I mean, I do a lot of favors for you, don't I? I ask you for one thing here, Henry. Go to amazon.com.